1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, the pitch. And on the ground to Hamilton at second. Fields it, throws to first, and the Red Sox have won 7 in a row. Boston is buzzing.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Monaghan. Today is Wednesday, August 6th, and the Red Sox, they're not just good, they're wicked good. Boston went for their 7th win in a row with Garrett Crochet on the mound. I'm guessing you know how that went. Shea Langeliers did something no catcher has done in at least 124 years. You know, when Teddy Roosevelt was president. Nathan Eovaldi dominated his old nemesis, the Yankees, and the Brewers are on a record-breaking run in 2025. Let's get to it. The Red Sox have never really been on a roll this season. They were 1-4 at the end of March. They were under 500 at the end of May. They were still under 500 at the end of June. But in July, they went 17-7. In August, they were 3-0. They'd won 6 in a row, heading into Tuesday's game against the Royals. They were now, quite clearly, on a roll. A nice, buttery Boston lobster roll. And to get to 7 in a row, they had maybe the best pitcher in baseball on the mound, Garrett Crochet. He's good.
Swing and a miss. Here we have our first Crochet strikeout of the night. Swings through that one for strike 3, and out number 2 in the top of the 7th. Swing and another miss for strike 3. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Garrett Crochet gets out of the 7th.
Crochet went 7 innings, striking out 8 while giving up just 2 runs. With the game tied at 1, Trevor Story, who's having his best season in a Boston uniform, delivered the big go-ahead hit with 2 runners on in the 6th.
Swing, and he sends it weakly to center field. India racing back. It's over his head and drops in. Bregman comes home. Here's Abreu, and Trevor Story comes through again. Red Sox lead 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th.
A huge 6-2 victory for the Sox. Crochet is now 13-4 on the year with a 2.24 ERA. His 183 Ks are the best in baseball. The win also gets the Sox to 3.5 games up in the first AL wildcard spot, gaining another game on the Yankees, who had some trouble with former Red Sox and current Ranger Nathan Eovaldi.
Swing and a miss. Eovaldi strikes out Judge. 2-2 pitch, and Dominguez takes strike 3 call. The 1-2. Got him swinging. Once again on the splitter. There's a swing and a miss, and he strikes out Chisholm on 3 pitches. He's just getting better as the game goes on.
Big Game Nate went 8 scoreless, giving up just 1 hit while striking out 6 in Texas' 2-0 win. He struck out Aaron Judge twice in his return from the IL. Eovaldi doesn't have enough starts to qualify for the ERA title, but his is now a teeny tiny 1.38. He's also 10-3 on the year. Rowdy Tellez had the big 2 RBI single in the 8th, and the Rangers are just a half game back of the Yanks for that 3rd wildcard slot. The Yanks have now lost 5 in a row. Yikes. Before Tuesday night, A's catcher Shea Langeliers had played in 394 career games over 4 seasons and never batted leadoff. I mean, why would he? Catchers don't normally bat leadoff. But against the Nationals, he did. And in his first at-bat of the night, he did this.
Towards right center field, going back, and Shea Langeliers with a leadoff home run. 1-0 A's, and I say he looks pretty good at the top of the order.
Says, look, I'm in the leadoff spot. Let's get this thing leadoff ready.
Okay, good start. In his 3rd at-bat of the night, see ya.
And the left field, this one is going to stay fair and gone. Shea Langeliers with a multi-homer day, number 21 on the season, and he gives the A's 10 runs and a 9-run lead.
Langeliers' 4th at-bat, Shea goodbye.
This one in the air from Shea to center field, going back is Jacob Young at another. A 3-homer game for Shea Langeliers, and we're not even in Texas. That's where those typically happen.
What an incredible display at the top of the lineup for Shea Langeliers. That is 3 times tonight.
3 home runs in the A's 16-7 rout of Washington. J.J. Bleday and Brent Rooker also had 4 hits apiece. Bleday had 6 RBIs. But back to Langeliers. It was his 2nd career 3-home run game, and he's just the 2nd catcher since at least 1901 to hit 3 home runs in a game while batting leadoff, joining Travis d'Arnaud back in 2019. Langeliers also had a double and a single to get to 5 hits on the night, and according to the great Sarah Langs, is the first catcher since at least 1901 with 5+ hits, 4+ extra base hits, and 3+ home runs in one single game. The A's may have just discovered their greatest leadoff hitter since Rickey Henderson. Speaking of hot teams, how about those Brewers? They're so record-breaking hot, you could melt a plate of Wisconsin cheese on their dugout steps. If you're into that sort of thing. We'll get into it after the break. The Brewers, already winners of 4 in a row, had a quick lead against the Braves on Tuesday night. They went up 4-0 by the 3rd inning on a wild pitch and singles by Christian Yelich and Andrew Vaughn. That was enough for fastball Freddie Peralta.
Peralta deals. Struck him out with a changeup. Freddie Peralta with 7 strikeouts and allows just 1 run over his 5 innings of work.
Peralta went 5 innings, giving up just 1 run while striking out 7. He now has an NL leading 13 wins on the season. It was the Brewers' 5th win in a row, and they now have the best record in all of baseball at 69-44, 4 games up on the Cubs for first in the NL Central. They've gotten to 25 games over 500 in 113 games, the fastest in their history. And their 44-16 record over their last 60 games is the best in franchise history since 1969. That's a long time. Something tells me this group of guys that manager Pat Murphy said, quote, nobody's ever heard of, will, by October, be people everybody will be hearing about. Elsewhere around the league, Gino!
Gino!
Oh my goodness, there we
tags
go.
it to left like he never left Seattle.
Do they love him? Ownership. Listen to that right there, what y'all did. Right there. Listen to that. Welcome back, Gino.
Eugenio Suarez hit his first home run back as a Mariner in Seattle's 8-3 win over the White Sox on Tuesday, his 37th of the year. Brian Wu went 7 innings, striking out 9 while giving up just 2 hits and a run. He now has 22 consecutive starts of 6 innings or more, the 4th longest streak in franchise history. The M's stay 3 games back in the AL West of the Astros, who won 7-3 over the Marlins.
Payoff pitch. Hit deep. Right field. Into the night sky and the upper deck at Coors Field. My goodness. A towering shot from Varsho.
Dalton Varsho hit the Blue Jays' longest home run of the year, a Coors Field mountain shot at 467 feet, and Toronto beat the Rockies 10-4. Varsho finished with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. Vlad Jr. added to 17th, and the Jays are 3 games up on the Red Sox for first place in the East. Taijuan Walker struck out 4 over 6 scoreless to get the Phillies a 5-0 win over the Orioles. Max Kepler had his 12th home run of the season. They moved 2.5 games up on the Mets in the NL East, who lost again to the red-hot Guardians 3-2. Logan Allen gave up just 2 runs over 5, while Stephen Kwan delivered a go-ahead single in the 7th. The Mets have lost 7 of 8, while Cleveland moves to 3 games over 500. Logan Webb struck out 10 to record his 6th double-digit strikeout game of the season, tied with Garrett Crochet for the most. And the Giants beat the Pirates 8-1. Christian Koss and Willie Adames also homered in the victory. Zach Little outdueled Shota Imanaga in the Reds' 5-1 win over the Cubs. Little shined in his Cincy debut, giving up a run and striking out 8 over 7. Imanaga gave up a run and struck out 7 over 6 1/3. The Reds stay 3 back of the final NL wildcard spot. Teoscar Hernandez and Max Muncy both hit 2 home runs and had 4 RBIs in the Dodgers' 12-6 win over the Cardinals. LA stays 3 games up on the Padres, who beat the D-backs 10-5 in 11 innings. Ramon Laureano had 3 hits and 3 RBIs, and Manny Machado added 3 more hits in the win. For any other news and scores, head on over to MLB.com. That's all for today's morning lineup. Mandy Bell will be back with you tomorrow. There are loads of day games to watch today on MLB.tv, but one might pique your interest. That power hitter who can hit 50 homers and steal 50 bases is back, taking his 2.40 ERA to the mound against the Cardinals on MLB Network at 4:10 p.m. Eastern. And as always, please don't forget to leave us a rating and a review, share this podcast with the baseball lovers in your life, and enjoy all of the games today.